How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SAC football here on SummitCitySports.com. I'm Michael Mortensen. I'll be your broadcaster tonight, along with our videographer, David Mortensen. We welcome you to Wayne Stadium, where the Bishop Luers Knights, 0-1 on the young season, will face off against the home team, the Wayne Generals, also 0-1. Last weekend, somewhat a surprise, Luers came up short against Carroll, 38-27 on their home field, and Wayne, while scoring in double figures, lost against Bishop Dwenger, 36-18 against the defending state champions. Luers is ranked 7th in 3A and led by Coach Kyle Lindsay in his 4th year. He has a record of 21-18. On the other hand, the Wayne Generals, they're led by second-year coach Derek Moore. He is yet to get a victory. He's 0-11. Last year, the Generals were 0-10. They also had a lot of freshmen and sophomores that got experience last year. And they only scored one time in double figures last year, but scored 18 points last week. And have quite the crew of sophomores coming into the season. And the Generals, as you can see, are coming out into the field at this time. They're fired up. They're wanting to pull off a surprise here. The New Sentinel's Pig Prophet believes Luers will win by 27, but we'll see. Last year, Luers beat Wayne in a low-scoring affair at Bishop Luers Field, 7-0. Contrast to that, 2 years ago, Wayne scored 47, but lost 69-47. According to the New Sentinel's power poll, Luers dropped from 1 to 3 due to the loss to Carroll, who was only ranked 6th. Wayne, on the other hand, ranked 13th last week as well as this week. You're definitely going to see some future Division I players on both sides of the ball, and should be an exciting match here at Wayne Stadium, where we're just about ready to start. The Wayne Generals captains, as well as the Bishop Luers Knight captains, will soon be walking toward the middle. They have already had a coin toss. This is mere ceremonial. And but they'll let the fans know shortly who will receive and who will kick it off. As the captains shake hands, we want to thank you again for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com. You can follow us on Twitter at 260 Sports. You can like us on Facebook at Summit City, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. It appears that the referee has signaled that Luers is going to kick it off to Wayne, as they won the toss, but have elected to kick it away here in the second game of the season, both for the Knights and the Generals. Both of these teams definitely have some exciting talent. For the Generals, sophomore wide receiver and defensive back is also their kick returner. That's Devonair Kelsall. And last week he had 4 returns for 101 yards. On the other side of the ball, you have Darshawn Bussell, and he had 4 kickoffs for 163 yards, or an average of 40.8. So we definitely could see some excitement here at Wayne High School. It's partially cloudy. There is some blue sky. It's been a day that's hot and muggy, so it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the players. For the Knights, the kicker will be junior Peyton Howe. Last week he averaged 44.2 yards on kickoffs in 5 kickoffs. Back for the Generals will be number 5, Devonair Kelsaw, and then number 7, Zach Daniels. So we're about ready to get started. We have a fresh 12 minutes in the quarter on the clock. The whistle's been blown, and here we go to start the second week of SAC football. Brought to you in part by SummitCitySports.com. Short pooch kick just picked up at the 35-yard line. The Wayne General, he's actually going to go backwards a little bit, but so really not much of a return. I'm sure that the Knights did not want to give Kelsaw an opportunity to bust a big play. So we're going to put the ball down at it appears the 34-yard line of the Generals, where they're going to take over 1st and 10 to start their initial plays for the game. Generals have wide out, split to the right, the left. Number 19 for the Generals, Amarni Wright Thompson, goes into motion, but there is a flag in the play. The Generals are actually clapping their hands, so offsides is called on the Bishop Luers Knights. So instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 5 for the Generals. Their quarterback, Deontay Collins-Jones, gets the play from his coach, gives it to the players. Split out here on the near side will be number 11, Craig Young. He's the leading receiver for the Generals. Hand off to Kelsaw, and he's going to perhaps pick up 3 or 4 before he's taken down. The ball is going to be placed at the 43-yard line. He'll be 2nd and 2. Once again, back in the shotgun for the Generals. Another handoff to Kelsaw, breaks through, appears that he's going to pick up a first down of the game for the Wayne Generals on 2 runs. Last week, the Generals pretty much passed most of the game. Jones was 17 for 41 for a total of 235 yards, and the Generals only picked up a total of 13 yards against Wenger. But here they have 2 runs and have picked up their first down of the game. 2 wide receivers here to the right in motion, and number 24, Ahmad Hill, is going to make it out across the 50 to the 48-yard line for the Knights. Nice tackle by Gaston for the Knights. Brings up 2nd down and 4. The Generals obviously are going to want to get a good start here if they want to stay in this game against the perennial power, the Bishop Luers Knights. This time, Collins Jones is going to keep it. Taken down by Brower, and the ball is going to be placed just short of the 44-yard line, and 3rd and a foot, as the announcer for the Wayne Generals, Tim Gaskell, announces it here for all the fans that have shown up here on this Friday night. They may actually be calling for a measurement here. Yes, they have. So those that are working the chain gang tonight are going to bring that out, give it a second look. It's right in front of us, and this confirms that it's just short, perhaps by maybe a half of a foot. So it's going to be 3rd down for the Generals. Mark my words, Wayne, they have got some big boys that I think they're definitely going in the right direction, and they're going to be really good, if not this year, in the coming years. There's a penalty called as the flag comes in. False start called this time, though, on the Generals, and that's not what the coach for the Wayne Generals, Derek Moore, would want. You have 3rd and maybe a foot, and then it goes back 5 yards. At this point, we have 1 penalty for both teams. Wayne is going to call a timeout and talk it over, as they know how important this first drive can be. We want to thank our sponsors of tonight's broadcast. We have Parkview Sports Medicine. Parkview Sports Medicine is proud to celebrate the athletic accomplishments across Northeast Indiana. Whether you are participating in organized athletics, looking for friendly competition, or wanting to stay fit, Parkview Sports Medicine's roster of physicians and experts provides a one-stop shop for surgery, rehab, sports performance, and sports nutrition. Parkview Sports Medicine. Upgrade your game at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Well, with 9:06 left in the first quarter, this could be a big play for the Generals as Collins Jones barks out the play. He's got a running back. That's a play fake, and he's going to try to keep it and stretch it out, and he breaks a couple tackles, and he stretches. He was nearly stopped by number 6, Darshan Bussell. Looks like it's going to bring up fourth and maybe a yard. So will Wayne go for it? And yes, they're sending out their quarterback, Collins Jones, see if they can pick up this last yard that they need on the 45. Everybody's up close in the box. And yes, the Wayne Generals off the left side of the line, number 22, Richard Bass, picks up the first down. Keep this drive going. Generals are playing inspired football as number 2, John Allen, and number 2, John Allen, goes out in the field. Got 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, with 1 running back. Number 5 goes into action, a little fake. Nice throw off the fingertips of Craig Young. Craig Young's the leading receiver for the Generals. Last week he had 5 catches for 74 yards, but that ball just goes off the fingertips. So we have 7:44 here in the first quarter. No score. First drive for the Generals. Collins Jones with 2 receivers on the left and the right, stacked. Oh, and right up through the middle, number 32, Dylan Hart. Wow, picks up a big gain, and if it weren't for just getting a hold of the back of his jersey, he would have been to the house. Big pickup, big first down for the Wayne Generals. Again, back to Hart, and he perhaps picks up 4 or 5 yards. Wow. Hart's 5'10", 225-pound junior. He has some power in his running, and he has gone twice right up the middle and chewed up some big yardage. 2nd and 7 with 6:56 yet here in the first with the Generals driving. Number 5 goes into motion. He's going to take it from his quarterback. That's Kelsall. Kelsall is going to stretch, and it's a touchdown for the Wayne Generals. They score first, and the cannon here at Wayne High School Stadium is used to signify this touchdown. So once again, it's a handoff to Kelsall, the 5'7", 175-pound sophomore, one of the shining stars. That was all set up by great runs by number 32, Dalen Hart. Bailey Salary is going to see if he can add the extra point. Holding for Salary is Ethan Hartman. It's down, and it's good! So the Wayne Generals take an early lead over the heavily favored Bishop Luers Knight. It's 7-0 with 6:04 in the first quarter. Boy, after last week only picking up 13 total net yards, pretty amazing for this time for the Generals to come out and essentially ran that ball the entire length of the field. They had picked up the original kickoff. I believe it was around the 30-yard line. And after that short kick to keep it away from Kelsall, but he ends up scoring the touchdown, and the Generals take an early lead here at Wayne Stadium. Bailey Celery, he's going to kick it off for the Generals. Back deep is Deshaun Bussell. He's their kick returner for the Knights, and he was absolutely outstanding. So it'll be interesting to see how far they kick it. And they kick it off, but it's going to go almost over the head of number 1, Justin Gaston. He's going to charge up the right-hand side, picking up. That looks like, I think he picked that ball up originally at the 5, and he's going to be placed down at the around the 40, so about a 35 yard return. So they kick it away from Bustle, but Gaston heads up on the right-hand side and does his job. So for the first time, the Bishop Luers Knights will come on out and start off with the offense. Arian Nieves has two receivers to his left, one to his back, and he's going to hand it off to number 29. That's Jalen Carlton. Last week, he had 2 touchdowns. He ran 10 times for 217 yards. So just picks up about 5 here with about 6:10 left in the first quarter. Now we have 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right, with a single back in the Charlton in the back. Nieves calls it out. He's going to throw it, dumps it over into the middle, and a big pickup by number 32, Tyrion Hambright. Picks up a big first down for the Knights. Chewed up a lot of yardage on that play. Nieves last week was 7 for 12 for 41 yards. Primarily the Knights use the run. It appears that a Wayne General jumped off sides. And so the official is going to mark off 5 yards. We have 5:29 left. 5:25 now left in the first quarter. Nieves hands it off to Jalen Carlton, and he's going to pick up another first down. Hassan is going to take him down for the Generals. Nieves goes over to the sideline. Wayne's going to call it second timeout of the game. Try to get a little inspiration that they had on offense, get that on defense. The Luers Knights have been basically at will, running up the field. And in addition to Parkview Sports Medicine, we also want to thank Sports Center. They're Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center is located at 5511 Coventry Lane here in Fort Wayne. I know 2 of my girls have got their letter jackets at Sports Center, and they were pleased with the quality, and I know that my wife and I were pleased with the price. So again, if you're in the need for sporting goods, equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing, contact Sports Center here in the village of Coventry. 5:13 on the clock with the Knights leading, with the Generals leading 7-0. Generals on the sidelines, they're beginning to try to encourage the fans in the stands to clap their hands and yell defense. They obviously want this game. Looks like we're having some issues with the 40-second clock. one of the new rules that we have this year in the IHSAA, we have the traditional 25 seconds, but we also have 40-second clocks. So it appears that both clocks are now working, and the official's going to start this. So Nieves with number 43, Fisher, and Charlton in the backfield. And Charlton gets about back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit more, and he's taken down. Charlton is a senior, 6'3", 196 pounds. So he's a big boy. 4:37 left in the first quarter. It's second down, and I believe it's about 8. Generals scamper around, change the play. Nieves back, looking. It's deflected, intended for Charlton, but one of the, I believe that might have been either number 9 for the Generals, another big boy. That's Darius Alexander. He's 6'6", 235-pound sophomore. He may have got his hand on it, or another person on the line. So that ball's tipped. It's third down and 8, 4:11 here in the first quarter. Three receivers to the left, fake and play action, and number 29 is going to score a touchdown for the Knights. That's Charlton, and that's his first for the night and third on the season. Now number 8, Peyton Howe, a junior place kicker, 5'11", 183 pounds. He was 3 for 4 last week. He's going to try to put this up through the uprights. Gilly for the Knights is going to hold. Snap placed, and it's good. So we've got a tie ball game here at at Wayne Generals Stadium with 4:05 left in the first half. We've already had some offense on both sides of the ball. The announcer just announced that Snyder is up on Carroll, 14-0. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes out as the defense comes over for the General to the sidelines, where they'll probably get some additional encouragement and challenge. Once again, number 8, Peyton Howe, who had a nice kickoff in the, it was short because he wanted to avoid Devier Kelsaw, number 5. Kelsaw is back along with number 2, John Allen. Be interesting to see if they kick it away this time or if they kick it short like they did last time. Once again, just a squib kick. It's taken by number 6, Hassan Kamari. He's maybe a 3 or 4 yard return. So about a 22-yard, 27-yard kick. They're really trying to stay away from Debonair Kelsaw. Now the Generals have 2 receivers split to the left, the right one goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to the one going in the motion, and number 99, Jimmy Sturm, says, "You're not going anywhere." Puts him down, and not going to pick up any yardage on that play. It's one that they've played, or they've run before, where they put the receiver in motion. And this time the Knights seemed to know it was coming, and Sturm was right there to put him down. Once again, double wide receivers on both sides, single back. Once again, they try to take Hart through the middle, and this time he's met by 2 or 3 of the Knights. I believe Jimmy Sturm, once again a senior, 6'3", 248 pounds, is going to put a stop to that. So it's 3rd down and 9 with 2:55 left here in the first quarter. Collins Jones giving his players instructions. Craig Young is going to split out here to the right, as well as Devon on air, Kelsall. He's looking to throw down the field, and beautiful catch by number 7, Zach Daniels, and he's going to take it to the house. Amazing throw and catch, ended up being at least 60 yards. Deontay Collins Jones hits Zach Daniels for the bomb. And here with 2:26 left in the first quarter, it's now 13 for the Generals as they try to get 14 with place kicker number 83, Bailey Salary. Kick is down, and it's no good. Just tipped, perhaps, at the line. So it's now 13-7 in favor of the Generals with 2:26 left in the first quarter. Wow, that was an incredible throw by Deontay Collins Jones. And the Zach Daniels just outran the Bishop Luers Knights defenders, and it went right into his bread basket, and he was off to the races, and didn't take him long to get into the end zone. Definitely exciting to see the offenses of both of these teams really going on high octane fuel here at Wayne High School. Bailey Salary is going to kick it off for the Generals, and once again back will be Justin Gaston, number 6, Deshaun Bussell, who hasn't really had a chance to touch it, as well as number 32, Tyrion Hambright. 2:26 left in the quarter. It's going to go to Hambright this time. He's going to come out right up the middle, and he's going to make it back to about the 50-yard line. So about a 40-yard return for the Knights, and they're once again in great field position. The lights are just starting to take effect. It's twilight here. Number 9 is right there in the middle of the defense. Well, actually, he's going to split out to the left-hand side. Coach Derek Moore calls him the little big man. Plenty of time for the Luers quarterback, and intended for number 6, Deshaun Bustle. But Johnson, I think that's Xavier Johnson, Javier Johnson for the Generals is there. He was on several big plays last week as well against Dwenger. 2:11. Excuse me. 2:11 left on the quarter. Second down and 10. Single receivers split out to the left and right. Two backs in the backfield. Jalen Charlton goes over the right-hand side with blocks by number 43, Luke Fisher, who's the fullback. He's 5'7", 164 pounds. But Jalen Charlton, again, picks up big yardage at another first down for the Luers Knights. Hand off once again to Jalen Charlton. Now this time off the left-hand side. Brought down by that little big man, number 9, Darius Alexander. Brings up second down and perhaps 4 or 5. Ball placed at the 34-yard line. Nieves comes in after getting the play. 1:20 left here in the quarter. Nieves is going to go up under center this time with number 43 Fisher in the backfield along with Charlton, and he's going to head up through the middle. It appears that the ball is going to be placed at the 30-yard line. It's just going to be a short 3rd and 1. Now with 46 seconds left in the quarter. Luers breaks the huddle, comes up. Nieves with Fisher and Charlton in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, and it appears that the Wayne Generals have jumped off sides again. This would be their 3rd penalty of the game. 2nd offsides. You could tell the defender did it, and he definitely didn't try to hide it. He definitely was upset. Now it's 23 seconds left here in this first quarter. Two receivers to the left, numbers 2 and 3. That's Jordan Brooks and Carter Gilly. But Charlton is going to pick up that first. He's going to pick up the first down came on the penalty. He's going to pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter with the Wayne Generals 13 and the Bishop Luers Knights 7. But the Knights are definitely marching down the field. Thanks again to Parkview Sports Medicine. They are a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Obviously in football, the teams are going to switch the direction of which they're going. It's a great facility here at Wayne. One that I remember when I was in high school during the 80s when Southside High School played its home games here. This stadium is weathered well, and Wayne and their officials here have just done an outstanding job in hosting us tonight. And we want to give thanks to Gary Raber and to John Hauser. With that, a momentary look down. It didn't take long, and it was handed off to number 6 for the Knights. Bustle is going to come up just shy. Perhaps it'll bring up 1st and 10 at the 2-yard line for the Knights. Handoff is to number 30, Gareth Bauer, but a flag is called, or is thrown. I think they're going to back this up. Nope. They're going to call that a dead ball foul, illegal substitution on the Generals. That's the 4th penalty for Wayne. And it's going to be 1st and 10 with 11:40 here in the second half. Handed off to Brower, and he's going to plunge forward for the touchdown. So it's now going to be 13-13, and we'll see if there's going to be a lead change by the kicker, number 8, Peyton Howe, held by number 3, Carter Gilley. Gilley's a wide receiver. It's going to be hiked back, placed down, and appears that he's going to split the uprights, but there is a flag on the play. So we'll see what our officials are going to call. At least up here in the press box, the thought is that maybe it's roughing the kicker. And yes, that's what it is. So that a penalty is going to be assessed. That penalty is going to be assessed on the kickoff. So now Bishop Luers is going to be up 14-13 with 11:27 here in the second quarter. Again, we thank you for joining us tonight for this broadcast. Officials are wanting to keep play going and encouraging the Generals and the Knights to come on out to the field. The Knights, due to the penalty, are going to be able to put the ball at the 45-yard line. Number 8, Peyton Howe, is going to kick off. Last week he had 5 kickoffs for an average of 44.2 yards. We haven't had a punt yet in tonight's game. He too is going to follow the example that Luers, and they're going to get it to number 13, Xavier Johnson. Perhaps just a 2-yard pickup before he's taken down by Justin Gaston. Ball's going to be placed at the 20-yard line. So both teams really trying to keep it away from the other team's skilled returners. So far they've been successful. Now the Generals will come out with 1st and 10 with 11:21 in the second half. They're down by 1. There was a extra point that was blocked. Wayne quarterback is going to send a screen out to the right-hand side where number 1, Justin Gaston, just levels the receiver for the Generals, and he's going to lose 3 or 4 yards on that. Now with 10:55, Generals might want to reconsider that play. Wow. Gaston just put him down. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Here it comes across the middle with Kelsaw taking the handoff, and he's going to get a little bit past the yard of scrimmage, perhaps picking up 5 or 6 yards. Going to bring up third down as the ball's placed at the 24-yard line. Still in having thoughts of Gaston's takedown of the Generals receiver. This time we have 3 receivers out to the left-hand side. One of them is number 7, Zach Daniels. He's the one who scored the touchdown. Here comes another long pass, but this time the intended receiver is Daniels, but number 7, Contrez Jordan, is going to intercept it for the Knights. There is some yellow on the field. We're going to see if this is assessed, if that would bring that back, but I have a feeling it's going to be against the Generals. Holding against the Generals, that penalty is going to be declined. And so the ball will rest at the 44-yard line of the Knights, and they're going to take over 1st and 10 with 9:56 left in the second half, second quarter. The Knights come up to the line. Nieves looks out to his left, to his right, where he has receivers. Wayne is going to jump off sides once again. That's the 5th penalty, the 3rd offside penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 5 versus 1st and 10. Coaches, that just will drive them crazy. I'll have to clean that up if they're going to stay in this game. Receivers, John Allen out to the left, handed off to Charlton, and he just follows his blocker number 43, Luke Fisher, and they're going to pick up a 1st down. The ball's placed at the 39-yard line. Charlton is just really laying it on the Generals with good blocks from his fullback, number 43, Fisher. Now 2 receivers out to the near side. Nieves up behind center, hands it off once again. Charlton goes in the left-hand side, and he's not going to pick up much. He was tackled by Hill for the Generals, and it's 2nd and 8 on the 37-yard line with 9:09 left in the second quarter. Jimmy Sturm is lined up this time in the tight end position. Nieves steps up, throws, and just overthrows the outstretched hand of Jimmy Sturm, that senior who's 6'3", 248 pounds. Not only a linebacker for the Knights, but also a tight end. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Big 3rd down for the Knights. Nieves has not thrown it much. Charlton has pretty much taken the workload, as is the normal pattern for the Knights. Once again, Sturm is out to the left, wide receivers to the left and to the right with 2 in the backfield. Once again, hand off to Charlton, and he's going to head for the sticks. Looks like he's going to go out just before the 30-yard line. Could be just short of the first down. Yeah, the ball's going to be placed at the 31-yard line of the Generals, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Wayne has definitely some meat and potato boys right there in the middle. Notice they've run away from number 75, Zach Eder. He's 6'1", 315 pounds. This time, Bishop Luers is going to call their timeout, their first. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like us on Facebook at Summit City Sports, or be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can not only watch these weekly football games at the convenience of in the convenience and the comfort of your home, but you can also watch soccer, volleyball, even golf here on SummitCitySports.com. So we thank you again for tuning in to watch tonight's game. Again, with 8:38 left in the second quarter, with Bishop Luers up 14-13 due to a missed kick by the Generals. Nieves is barking out the signals, hands it to Charlton, and he's going to break a tackle. Finally brought down by, I believe that's number 23, Terrence Friesen, or Friesen. And that's going to be a first down for the Knights. The Knights obviously are led by Charlton. They're a senior, 6'3", 196 pounds. Neves now back in the shotgun, doesn't have Charlton in the backfield this time. Ooh, dangerous pass, as it was intended for number 32, Hambright, but the Wayne General quarterback was there. He could have picked that off and run to the house. It's going to be second down and 10, 8:06 left here in the half at Wayne High School. Crowd trying to start a defense cheer to inspire their Generals. Neves in the, he pretends as if he fakes it as if he pretends as if he's going to throw it, then he hands it off to number 30, which is Gareth Brower. Brower averaged last week 6.3 yards. He was 4 for 25. So it's going to be third down and 9. See what Coach Kyle Lindsay of the Knights chooses to do. He has 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Take note of Deshaun Bussell. Steps back and throws. And it's going to be intercepted by number 24, Ahmad Hill. He's still going, being chased down by Bussell. Bussell's going to be taken down. And there's going to be some extracurricular activities, perhaps a little extra aggressiveness on the Generals' part, perhaps in frustration or thought that maybe their player was hit from behind, but there's 2 flags on the play. 7-11. Again, Ahmad Hill with the interception, Nieves. That's one turnover apiece, one for the Generals and one now for Bishop Luers. Both were interceptions. There's going to be an illegal block in the back called on the return. I don't know if there's going to be any other penalties called on that, but we have 7-11 here in the second quarter. Generals around their coach getting instructions. They marched that ball back. I believe that was 10 yards. There's also a dead ball personal foul called, and that will be half the distance. It looks like about the 3-yard line for the Generals. So they're backed way up. See how creative the Generals can be. They've got a wide receiver out to the right, Craig Young, and here to the near side, Deontay Collins-Jones hands it off. I believe that's to Hart, and he's going to pick up perhaps 3 yards, 4 yards. It's taken down by Black. Second and perhaps 8 or 7, 6:44 left. Just even though it's warm, just a delightful night for football thus far. Hand off once again to Hart. He's going to go right up the middle. Going to be taken down by number 24 of the Knights. That's Dominic Easley, junior linebacker, 5'11", 178 pounds. It's going to bring up third and a long 4 or 5. Deontay Collins-Jones with Hart in the background, or backfield. Two receivers to the right, two to the near side. Hands it off once again to Hart, but he's met immediately at the line, and there's going to be a flag tossed into the pile. See what they call here with 5:51. The Generals are pointing at the Knights. Looks like there was a hold, at least the initial indication. And that would bring up, that'd give the Generals a first down because they'll march off 10 yards. And yes, they're moving the sticks. So the ball is going to be placed at the about the 16-yard line. 5:50 left. After receive the play, Deontay Collins-Jones giving instruction to his young team. Young splits out to the right. Number 7, Zach Daniels to the left. Going into motion is number 2, John Allen. Gives it up to Kelsaw, just in a dump-off pass, and it's snuffed out there by number 20, Chris Edwards Jr. for the Knights. So it's going to be second down, only picked up perhaps 2, second down and 8. 5:04 left in the second half, or second quarter. The Generals are trailing by 1. Deontay Collins-Jones hands it off this time to Kelsaw, who's lightning quick, and he takes up maybe 3 yards, and it's going to be third down and about 5 yard line, or 5 yards perhaps. Now we have 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback, he's gonna hold it and bounces away and is gonna run out to the 40 and pick up a first down. So Deontay Collins-Jones looks like he's gonna throw it. Then he looks like he's gonna run in the middle, and then he bounces outside, picks up a first down, keeps this drive running, or keeps this drive going. It's 3:57 left in the second quarter. Collins-Jones. He's a senior quarterback, 5'10", 185 pounds. 1 in the backfield, 2 receivers on both sides. Screen play over to number 7, Zach Daniels. Daniels is the one who scored the touchdown earlier for the Generals, at least one of them. Looks like the official right in front of me is going to place the ball about the 47-yard line of the Generals. It's going to be second down, and I believe there's perhaps an injured player on the field for the Knights as their training staff comes across the field to check on their player, number 7, Contrez Jordan, junior, 5'10", 178 pounds. Just heard that Concordia is leading 20-10 over Homestead, and Southside is trailing in their game against Northrop 7-6. Generals are hanging tough against this perennial power, the Bishop Luers Knights. Both looking for their first win of the season. Wow, everybody's lined up tight, and they're going to give it to number 32. Almost looked like a goal line offense, and number 32 picks that ball up, Dalen Hart, and picks up a first down. That was about 12 yards when it looked like they were just going to try to get it over the 50, and I couldn't quite understand that, but that power package picked up 12 yards for the Generals. New set of downs, 1st and 10. They go back in that same package with the exception of one receiver. Now Deontay comes on this left-hand side. The keeper heads out to the left-hand side. Collins-Jones a little upset with the defender who continued to push him further out of bounds. No penalty called. He's going to pick up 6 on this play that, again, looks like a goal line offensive play with the quarterback and 3 behind. Now they're going to hand it off to number 32, Hart again. And he's going to pick up another big chunk of yardage. But there is a flag in the play with now 3:07 left. The way General, picked up the flag, and then he just put it down. But the Generals are pointing at the Knights, saying the penalty's on them, and if it is, it's going to be a 5-yard face mask penalty, and so it's going to give a first down. First down for the Generals now with 3:07. Play was set up on a, I believe it was number 24, Ahmad Hill, he intercepted Nieves. And the Generals have been running the ball ever since. Now they go back to more of a traditional format. Throws it off to the right, and the receiver there is greeted, I believe that was by number 29, Charlton. Kelsall was the receiver, actually lost some. It's now second and probably 13 or 14. And there's now 2:16 left here in the second quarter, with the Generals trailing the Knights by 1. Craig Young enters the contest. Again, he's going to split out to the right-hand side along with the dangerous Kelsall. And once again, I think Wayne is going to call a timeout. Sports Center Inc. is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center is located at 5511 Coventry Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana. We also want to give thanks once again to Parkview Sports Medicine. They're a proud supporter of our athletes and athletics here in Northeast Indiana. Whether you are participating in organized athletics, looking for friendly competition, or wanting to stay fit, Parkview Sports Medicine's roster of physicians and experts provide a one-stop shop for surgery, rehab, sports performance, and sports nutrition. And Parkview Sports Medicine, upgrade your game at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Again, the Generals are driving with 1:58 left in the half. They're only down by 1. What a difference that would make for the Generals if they could punch it in here and go ahead of another school here on the south side. Jones. Collins Jones is going to tuck that ball onto his side, and he's going to pick up maybe just a couple. The ball's going to be placed at the 23-yard line. It's going to bring up third down. The Knights defense has begun to stiffen on this last set of downs. See what they'll do here. 3 wide receivers to the right. And a sack is going to take place by number 78. That's Zach Starks, senior, 6'1", 282 pounds. So it's going to be fourth down, and the Generals are going to try to call a quick count and try to. Nope. Now they're going to back up and go back to a huddle where their quarterback, Deontay Collins-Jones, comes in with the play. So we have 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looking to the right-hand side, and they both go up. And it's incomplete. It was intended for number 11, Craig Young, but broken up by the Knights. I believe that was number 1, Justin Gaston. A little hard to see from the side. So the Generals don't score, and the Knights will take over on downs now with 28.6 seconds left. But the Generals, I would think, have to be pleased that they're only down by 1 when they were projected to be down much further than that. Craig Young is going to be back in the safety position for the Generals as Nieves has 2 receivers to his left and his right, hands it off right up the middle. a draw right up the middle to number 32. That's Hambright, running back, that's 6 foot, 165 pounds. Time's ticking away now. We're down to 9.8, and I think time is going to run out here at Wayne High School. So we're going to go into halftime with the Bishop Luers Knights up 14-13 over the host Generals. Once again, thank you for joining tonight's broadcast, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. You can follow us on Twitter at 260 Sports. You can like us on Facebook at Summit City Sports, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Summit City Sports. Well, we're going to take a little break here as the players get some instruction. Encourage you to get something to eat or drink and then sit back and watch the second half here of this game between the Bishop Luers Knights and the host, the Wayne Generals. Well, welcome back to the second half here at Wayne High School, where the Bishop Luers Knights are leading the Generals just by 1 point, 14-13. Only difference is a missed PAT for the Generals. It's been an exciting game. Perhaps the thing that's most noticeable is Kelsaw for the Generals has no return yards. Neither does Darshan Bussell for Luers. After Bussell last week had 163 yards on returns. So both teams have been very conservative in how they kick off, wanting to keep it out of the hands of those two dangerous players. Right now, the touchdowns have come for the Generals with a long pass from quarterback Deontay Collins-Jones, throwing it to number 7, Zach Daniels. Daniels, that was a 65-yard touchdown. He has 2 receptions for 75 yards. Kelsaw, as a running back, is 5 for 30 for the Generals, but once again has no return yardage. The leading running back for the Generals is number 32, Dalen Hart. The junior is has 9 runs for 62 yards, many of those important on a drive that led to points for the Generals. So the touchdowns have been scored by the receiver, number 7, Zach Daniels, and then the other touchdown was, I believe that was, I apologize, I don't remember who that was. For the Knights, their quarterback Nieves is 1 for 5 for 26 yards and 1 interception. And Jalen Charlton, he's had 12 runs for 81 yards. He has a tackle as well, or he has a touchdown as well as Brower. He too has a touchdown. That was a 1-yard run. Leading tacklers for Wayne are number 23, Terrence Friesen, and number 24, Ahmed Hill. Hill had the interception in the second quarter. They both have 3 tackles, and the leading tacklers for the Knights, we've got Luke Fisher, who also is the fullback for the Knights. So with that, we have a fresh 12 minutes left in the third quarter. The Wayne Generals Bailey Salary number 83. He's going to put it down. The Knights had deferred to receive to the second half. He's going to put that down, and the three Knights are back. And this time he does kick it off, but this time it goes to the far left side. Here comes Justin Gaston, but he is finally taken down by Dalton of the Generals. So even though for the first time the Generals actually kicked it away, they put it in the corner, leaving Gaston, the sophomore running back, 5'9", 151 pounds, to try to bring that back. So the Knights come out on offense. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Fake handoff, but comes to Charlton, and he's going to pick up some major yards. Picks up 20 yards, I believe, on that play alone. And he'll pick up the first down of the second quarter, or second half for the Knights. Nieves gives the play. The line comes up just to his right. Charlton, the leading rusher for the Knights. This time back to pass, short dump off passes to number 32. That's Hambrecht Bright. And they're going to move those chains once again. They're going to place the ball down at the Generals, almost the 49-yard line. Got number 6, Bustle. He's their speedster here on the far right. Three receivers. Pitch back to Charlton. He dances kind of around, but finally taken down, and looks like we've got some dirty laundry once again out onto the field. I believe that tackle was by the Generals, number 75, Zach Etter, 6'1", 315 pounds, but there's going to be a face mask penalty, 5 yards, marched off. So that will be second down and about 5, well, perhaps, I'm sorry, I believe that's probably 4. Bustle and Carter Gilly out to the right-hand side, 2 backs, fake play action, and Nieves is going to hold on to the ball, and he's going to keep the ball, and he's going to be finally taken down. I believe that's by number 35 for the Generals, 34, Sean Wiedemann. It's kind of hard to see these numbers as the night goes on. But another quick first down for the Knights. 9:55 left in the third quarter. A reverse, and the Generals going to sniff that up. Hambrecht taken down by number 43, Patrick Cotton. Cotton's a 6'3", 204-pound senior. He sniffed that up, and that's going to be a loss for the Knights. 9:21 left here, just started the third quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Charlton, the running back for the Knights. And nearly intercepted. Looked like that was knocked down by number 43, Cotton. So Cotton, 2 successive plays, comes up big. It's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Knights. Nieves is going to head on over to talk to his coach and see what might they select to do. Cotton, well, he's a senior. He really came up big, almost intercepted that. They wouldn't be trailing if he would have caught that. He would have gone all the way to the other side of the field. Nieves back to throw, looking to the right. Oh, and the pass is caught, but then he fumbles it. That's number 32 with the fumble. By Hambright, and the Generals are going to pick that up with 8:53. So the Generals can breathe a little sigh of relief because the Knights were just marching down the field, and Hambright had that in his breadbasket and just lost it as he turned, probably looking toward to get into that goal line to look for it, and just lost it. And now the Generals going to take over 1st and 10. Their quarterback, Deontay Collins-Jones. He's probably standing, if not in his end zone, real close. The ball's about the 3 or 4 yard line. He's going to hand it off to Hart, I believe. Hart was the leading rusher for Wayne in the first half. Hart had 62 yards on 9 carries. I want to thank both statistician from Wayne High School as well as the statistician from Bishop Luers for providing numbers for me at halftime. Number 11, Craig Young. Last week had 5 receptions. This week he's been, I believe, shut out. But they're going to carry the ball right up the middle. Fisher's on the tackle. There is a flag, I'm told, on the play. That was Hart, once again, the leading rusher for the Generals with 8:06 left in the third. And they're going to wave off the flag. Wave off the flag, and it'll be 2nd and 4. Well, they must have called something because it brings up a 1st down for the Generals. Looked like the official was waving it off. Hand off to Hart, bounces around. He stays up, finally brought down by number 6, Deshaun Bussell, as well as Harris on the play. Going to be 2nd down and perhaps 3 yards for the Generals. Hart has really played well tonight for the Generals. One receiver out to the left, one to the right, hand it off to Hart. He's going to pick up a 1st down and more. Going to be taken down almost at the 30-yard line. Generals just methodically going down the field on this possession. Started with an interception about the 3-yard line, or actually it was a fumble that the Generals picked up. We have a receiver out to the right, one to the left, two running backs behind, but there's going to be another flag. Dead ball, offsides called on the Knights. So the official will carry the ball up 5 yards, place it down. It'll be 1st and 5 6:48 left here in the third quarter. Student section here at Wayne getting excited, only being down by 1, 14-13. Deontay Collins, another flag called. The carrier was intended to be Richard Bass, but a false start's called on the Generals, so the 5 yards they just made up is going to be taken back. So the ball is going to be back at the 30, and it's going to be 1st and 10. Look for Zach Daniels, goes out on the far right side. He's got a touchdown already. And then number 11, Craig Young, here on the near side. They're going to hand it off this time to Kelsall, and he's going to break through the initial line, but he's going to be finally taken down by 3 of the Bishop Luers Knights, but he's going to pick up a first down. Ball's going to be placed at the 43-yard line with 5:59 left in the third. 1st and 10 for the Generals. So after just picking up a net of 13 yards last week in their loss against Bishop Dwenger, the Knights have gone to the run to chew up yardage here tonight. Back to Kelsall again. He's the speedster, and he's passed, but just gets knocked out of bounds by Carter Gilly. Gilly was the last hope, excuse me, for the Knights, or he was going to be gone. So once again, the Generals have found something here to attack the Knights. 1st and 10 with 5:30 in the third quarter. Back in the backfield. Again, we've got number 22, Bass, on the left-hand side. And he's going to hand it off to number 32, Hart, who's been their leading carrier thus far in the evening, and he's going to pick up another perhaps 8 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 2, or maybe 2nd down and 3. Wayne, actually there's a player down on the field that looks like number either 70. Yes, it's number 70 for the Generals. That's Calvin Mitchell. Calvin is 5'10", 265 pounds. Looks like he might be having looks like could have a cramp. Perhaps the trainer's out to help him. He's now going to go off the field. So again, 5:13 in the third. The Generals are marching. They're down by 1. Ball's placed at the 24-yard line of the Knights. Both the Generals and the Knights are looking for their first win. For Coach Derek Moore of the Generals, he's looking for his first win as the coach of the Generals. I have a feeling there's going to be many more wins. He's got some skilled players that are only sophomores that he's got this team going in the right direction. Deontay Collins-Jones hands it off to Kelsall. He weaves through the line, picks up maybe 2 or 3, and looks like the Generals are going to pick up another first down. Looks like number 52 for Trey Underwood. A little shaken up, but he's able to get off the field with his own power. The ball's placed at the 20. 4:57 left here in the third. Hart in the backfield along with Kelsaw. Split wide receivers left and right. Hand off to Kelsaw. He's coming on the left-hand side. He's got speed. He breaks through. And I think he's going to pick up another first down. And number 70, once again, for Luers. He's hurting, perhaps with some cramps. Calvin Mitchell. There is a flag in the backfield. Yeah, Mitchell's holding on to his right foot, trying to pull that back. So I'm sure with the heat and humidity here at Wayne Stadium, some of these athletes who are giving it all they have are the announcer for Wayne, Tim Gaskell. He announces that it was a hold called on the Generals, so they're going to march that back 10 yards to the 30, and it's going to be 2nd and 20. It's one of the things the Generals are going to have to continue to clean up. They've been penalized several times this evening, and I know that's something they're going to have to get fixed. Kelsaw splits out to the right-hand side with another receiver and then 2 to the left, but the Deontay Collins-Jones just hands it off to his leading running back. Hart is going to pick up just a few, if anything, and we've got 3:56 left in the third quarter. And it's 2nd down and a long way for the Generals. I think it's probably good 13 yards. 2 wide receivers stacked to the left and to the right. Deontay is going to throw it, and and it's going to be picked off by number 3, Carter Gilly. It's intended by Zach Daniels, who had a touchdown earlier in the game, but it's going to get picked off, and that's going to be his 2nd INT. And boy, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow for Wayne. They were just knocking on the door and just intercepted by number 3, Carter Gilly, senior, 6'1", 192 yards. He used every bit of that to come down with that. So fresh set of downs going the other way will be the Bishop Luers Knights with 3:30 left in the first half. Pitch back to Jalen Charlton, and he's going to pick up a first down. Ball's going to be placed at the 21-yard line, 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Number 43, the fullback for the Knights, Luke Fisher, one of their leading tacklers, as well as fullback. He comes off, and in the backfield will be Charlton, as well as number 32. It's handed off, and a quick dive into the middle by Charlton. Going to pick up just maybe a couple. It's going to be 2nd down and 8, it appears. 2nd down and 9. 2:37 left here in the third quarter with the Wayne Generals, the host, just trailing by 1 of the perennial power Bishop Luers Knights, 14-13. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left with a tight end. Nieves tries to get it to number 32, Hambright, but it just goes off his fingertips. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and Looks like 8 for the Knights so far. The Generals are holding on tight, keeping this game real close. Two receivers to the right and left for Nieves. His running back Charlton is behind him. He's looking to throw. He's being chased. Now he's going to keep it, and he's going to run up and try to get to the marker, but I think he's going to come up short. Looks like he's going to go out at the 27. Oh yeah, he's way short. It's 4th down and probably 7. Back to punt will be number 8, Peyton Howe. Last week he had 3 punts for an average of 31 yards. Back for the Generals, we have number 24, Ahmad Hill, and number 5, Devian Kelsaw. Ball's gonna go off the side of his foot. That may be intentional. It's gonna go out. The officials walking up to about the 47-yard lines, 48-yard line, where the Generals to take over 1st and 10. Once again, we want to thank SummitCitySports.com for providing this broadcast tonight. You can follow us on Twitter at 260 Sports. You can like us on Facebook at Summit City Sports, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch not just football, but basketball, soccer, volleyball, and even golf. Hand off, I believe that's to Kelsaw. And he runs into the line, but we'll see if they give it to him. Yeah, they do. He bounces off the line, and he's going to pick up another 3 or 4 yards. Again, Devian Kelsaw, the sophomore running back, only 5'7", 175 yards. He picks up perhaps 5 when maybe he should have picked up anything. Hearts in the backfield, but it's going to be handed off to number 22, Richard Bass, and he's going to smash into the line. Not going to pick up much, and it's going to be 2nd down and maybe 5. Actually be 3rd down, and there's 55 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Craig Young to the right. Zach Daniels to the left. Handoff, nope, fake. And just tipped by number 3, Gilly. Gilly's the one who had the interception that stopped the last drive. He just tipped it out of the outstretched hands of number 9, Darius Alexander. Alexander's 6'6", 235 pounds. He would have been gone for the Generals, but it gets tipped, so that's going to bring up 4th down, and it appears the Generals are going to kick a punt. That's Bailey Celery, a high kick with a Wayne General bounce, nearly touched, but finally down by number 23 at about the 20-yard line. That's 23 is Terrence Friesen, 5'11", 200-pound senior. Well, we have 27.6 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Scores 14-13 with Bishop Luers ahead. Two receivers to the left, one to the right, with Jalen Charlton. He's going to head off to the left-hand side, and with his speed, he's going to get taken out of bounds by number 16, by Cameron Chambers. But he is going to pick up a first down, and we've got 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Been an entertaining game. Both teams have had some offensive flares as well as some big defensive stops. Good crowd here for both sides. Two running backs behind Nieves. Barks out the play. Play action and fake, and he's just going to keep it and pick up maybe 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be second down, and I think that's going to be the last play in the third quarter, with the Knights leading the Generals 14-13. We want to thank our primary sponsor, Parkview Sports Medicine, for their partnership in providing these Friday night games, as well as these other contests that we show you throughout the week. Parkview Sports Medicine is proud to celebrate athletic accomplishments across Northeast Indiana. Whether you are participating in organized athletics, looking for friendly competition, or wanting to stay fit, Parkview Sports Medicine roster of physicians and experts provide a one-stop shop for surgery, rehab, sports performance, and sports nutrition. Parkview Sports Medicine, upgrade your game at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Fresh 12 minutes left in this game. It'll be interesting to see how this one finishes, with there only 1 point difference between the Knights and the Generals. The ball's placed at the Knights' 41-yard line. Nieves is going to have Charlton offset to his right. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Hands it off to number 6, Bussell. Bussell's going to pick up a first down. Bussell's been relatively quiet tonight. They've kicked it away from him after last week's big game where he had 4 kickoff returns for 163 yards, averaging 40.8 a game. Bussell's just been limited, I believe, to a few runs. So that's obviously an advantage for the Generals, but you're going to have to keep an eye on him. Charlton is still in the back. Nieves is going to hand it off. Oh, he's going to pitch it, this time to the right-hand side to number 32. That's Hambrick. Hambrick, versatile players, been on the outside as a receiver and now also as a back. It's going to be second down and 5 with 11:08 left in this game. Generals need a stop and then need at least a field goal or a safety to go ahead of the Knights. Nieves is going to come up under center. He's going to hand it off to Jalen Charlton. He gets tripped up by number 23, Terrence Friesen. Friesen's been one of the leading tacklers for the Generals. He's going to come close, though, to a first down. It's going to be third down and maybe a long 2. 10:24 left here in this game. Charlton is back behind number 43. And he's going to break through that line with the block of Luke Fisher. I understand Luke Fisher, who's only 5'7", 164 pounds. I understand he's all muscle. He's also a wrestler for the Knights. So he's been in front of Charlton all night. Charlton, the leading rusher for the Knights. Fisher's going to go off the field. Nieves comes back to give instruction to his team. The crowd imploring their generals to score, to rise up on defense. Now a quick handoff to number 30, I believe. That's Gareth Bauer. Bauer had one touchdown. And we're going to have second down and maybe two with 9:23 left here in the game. 18 seconds left in the play clock. Knights taking their time. Two receivers out to the left. Bustle goes in motion. Fake handoff, then gives it to number 30, Brower. He goes the other way, and he's going to pick up a first down. And the Generals are going to call a timeout. They know that it's so important to stop the Knights on this drive. Sports Center Inc. is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and/or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center is located at 5511 Coventry Lane in Fort Wayne. Once again, fans, please spread the good word of what SummitCitySports.com is doing in broadcasting these games. Tell your friends, your neighbors, your parents, your coaches, and let them know that they can watch these games on our YouTube channel. You can also spread the good word by liking us on Facebook at SummitCitySports.com. And you can keep track of the latest on Twitter at 260 Sports. So with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10, Nieves goes under center. He's going to hand it back to Charlton, who's taken down immediately. Number 28, that's Tristan Burnell, but there is a flag in the play. It's going to be a hold on the Knights. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. They're going to replay first down. Now with 8:49 left here at Wayne High School. And again, the Generals, they've hung in there. They're only down by one. Generals come up to the line. Receivers split to the left and the right. Number 2 and 3, Brooks and Gilly to the left. Nieves fakes, hands it off to Charlton, and he's off to the races, and he's finally taken down by number 4, Fabian Pearson. Pearson, 6'1", 170-pound defensive back. He's a senior. He saved a touchdown. So now with 8:17 left in the game, the Knights are chewing up a lot of yardage. It's first and goal. Charlton once again in the backfield. Nieves in the shotgun. And the keeper Touchdown for the Knights. Ariane Neves is going to pick up 10 yards and the touchdown with 7:53 left in the game. It's going to put the Knights up 20-13 with a pending extra point by number 8, Peyton Howe, held by Carter Gilly. One of the Knights is quickly running onto the field to help block. Gilly counts his players, and we're going to have an offsides called, I'm sure, by the officials on the Generals. Again, that's been one of the things the Generals have faced tonight, several penalties that have hurt them. Ball will be moved half the distance to the goal. And it appears that the Knights are going to go for 2. Brought in their big guns. Neves given the play, scores 20-13. They definitely want to see if they can put this to at least 8 or 9. Neves in motion is number 6, Bustle. He goes in for the 2-point conversion. However, I think there's going to be a false start called. False start called on Bishop Luers. So back in for the Knights will be Peyton Howe, who will go for the extra point and not the 2-point conversion. Holder is going to be Carter Gilly. Ball's about the 5-yard line. Snapped. It's down. And it's good. So now the score with 7:53 left in this game. Bishop Luers 21 and the Wayne Generals 13. Exciting game. Been dominated by the running games for both teams. There have been the occasional long pass. Wayne had one earlier to number 7, Zachary Daniels, or Zach Daniels. He picked up, I believe, a 65-yard touchdown in the first half. But other than that, this game has pretty much been dominated by the run. Peyton Howe is going to kick it off deep to the Generals. We got John Allen, Kamari Hassan back. He's going to do a shorter kick, picked up at the 30-yard line. Goes back just a little bit. That's going to be Kelsaw. So perhaps the Generals were trying to hide their speedster, brought him up a little bit, or maybe they just anticipated the shorter kick, that maybe the Knights wouldn't see him, but he's taken down quickly by the Knights. So 7:53 here at General Stadium, 21-13 in favor of the Knights. We have wide receivers to the left and the right for the Generals. Deontay Collins-Jones going to hand it off to Kelsaw. He's going to be taken down after maybe 5 or 6 yards by number 11, DJ Harris, I believe. Harris, one of the leading tacklers for the Knights thus far in the young season. He's a senior, 6'1", 206 pounds. Wideouts, Daniels and Young. Handed off to Hart, who continues to barrel forward, carrying the defense. Number 20, Chris Edwards Jr., a senior, finally brings him down, but the Generals are going to pick up a first down. We're about at the 47-yard line with 7:03 left in this game, and the Generals are down by 8. Split wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. Handoff to Kelsaw. Goes right into the line where he's taken down by number 60 and number 66. There is a flag of the play. That's Devion Swain and number 6, Sergio Davila, both seniors for the Knights. They're going to call a 10-yard penalty. I'm guessing that was a hold. I didn't see it. But boy, that's a big penalty. 1st and 20 now for the Generals. The ball's placed at the 38, their 38-yard line. And the time is ticking away. 6:35 left in this game. And just before play is the play commences, Wayne calls a timeout. They know this drive is important. Sports Center is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center is located at 5511 Coventry Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Just got an update on the Northrop Southside score. It's 28 for the Bruins and 20 for the Archers. Not exactly sure where they are in that game, but I know the Archers, after losing last week, they want to pick up this win. As do the Generals. They want to give their coach his first win in the last 2 seasons. 6:19 left. It's going to be a keeper. Deontay Collins-Jones is going to unfortunately lose some ground for the Generals. Tried the element of surprise and actually went backwards. So the ball's placed at 34-yard line, and they've got to go to at least the 43. So they're going to have to pull out a bag of tricks to see if they can pick up this first down. It's 2nd and 24. Looked like a botched play, but oh my goodness. Jones passed it to number 7, Zach Daniels. He had no one around him within 10 yards, went right into his breadbasket and just dropped the ball. He'll be thinking about that in his sleep tonight. Hart's going off the field, the most prolific runner at this point in the game, I believe, for the Generals. It's 3rd and 24, 6:01 left in the game. 4 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left, empty backfield. And I think there's going to be a delay of game called on the Generals, so they're going to be marched back even farther. So that'll be 5 yards, and so that means for the Generals it's going to be 3rd and 29. Once again, the Generals are going to need something big here. Empty backfield, 5 receivers, 4 to the right, 1 to the left. Collins Jones back to throw, and it's going to come up short on the coverage for the Knights is number 32, Tyrion Hambright. I believe that, oh yes, there's a flag in the backfield. Oh, personal foul called against the Knights. I believe that was roughing the passer. Oh my. So it was going to be 4th and 29, and they're going to march 15 yards off and get an automatic first down. What a break for the Generals. You just gave the Generals some oxygen, and we'll see. We'll see what they do with it. Split wide receivers left and right. Handoff to Kelsaw. I believe he cuts back, and he's brought down by number 11 for Luers. Number 11, DJ Harris, the leading tackler for the Knights. Number 87, Anton Berry, senior. He heads off for the Knights. Split wide receivers, 2 in the backfield for Collins Jones. And he's going to hand it off. I believe that's Hart. Hart has been so consistent running straight up the middle for the Generals. Great north-south runner. And he's going to give the Generals a first down with 5:16. The Generals are still in this, only down by 8 with clock still running. Well, they'll wind it once the people along the sidelines get placed. Handoff once again to Hart. Oh, fumble on the play, and the Knights are signaling that they came up with it. I believe that was Hart that was in the middle, and the officials say that it belongs to the Knights. Hambright, who had fumbled earlier for the Knights, he's credited with the fumble recovery, so he's going to feel better. With 5:03 left in this game, the Knights are up 21-13. Two receivers to the left and to the right, with Charlton to the left of Nieves. He's going to fake it to Charlton, and he's off to the races. And he's going to be tackled by number 24, I believe, Ahmad Hill. But he's going to pick up a first down, Nieves, that is. And the ball's going to be placed at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 with 4:51 left here in this game. Crowd imploring the defense to get a turnover. Receivers to the left and the right. Charlton in the back. Oh, and we're going to have another. We're going to have also not false start, but yep, false start Oh, actually, they're going to call a false start of the Knights and not a neutral zone infraction. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be 1st and 15. Split out to the right. Don't forget Darshawn Bussell, the junior. This is a big set of downs for the Knights, and the Generals really need to bring a stop with 4:10 left in the game. Hands it off to Charlton. He goes right up through the middle. Will he go all the way? He's finally pulled down by Fabian Pearson after a huge gain. But once again, there's some dirty laundry on the field. And the officials calling them back. They're going to call a hold on the Knights. Negate a huge run, the longest run of the night by Jalen Charlton. And that's going to be a 10-yard penalty, but oh my goodness. The Knights would have been down to about within the first 5 to 10 yards of the end zone, and instead the ball's placed at the 44 with 3:50 left in the game. So once again, the Generals are not out. They're only down by 8 with 3:50 left. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like us on Facebook at Summit City Sports. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Summit City Sports, where you can watch football, basketball, soccer, volleyball, and even golf. I want to give special thanks once again to our owner, the man who puts in so much time for these athletes and producing these games, Mr. Jeff Mahoney. We're very, very fortunate to have Jeff Mahoney and Summit City Sports to replay these games for our athletes and their future coaches perhaps to watch. There's some question on the field as to, and the Wayne coaches are out at the asking some questions. Kind of waiting to see what the officials are saying. Shows 3:50 left on the clock, 1st and 15. The officials every week they're working hard, and you would like to pick up a meaningful second job. I know the IHSAA is always looking for people that they can train. So they're going to put 4 minutes up on the clock. I believe, yes, 4 minutes on the clock instead of 3:50. And then they want it wound. Wayne's wanting as much time as they can get. 2 receivers, one to the left, one to the right. Charlton next to his quarterback, Nieves. 7 seconds, 6 left on the play clock. Nieves waiting for it to wind down. Hands it off now to number 32. That's Hambrecht. The Knights trying to milk that clock as much as they can. They're going to take that ball and place it at the 49-yard line of the Generals with 3:15 left. Once again, the Knights, they're taking as much time as they can off this clock. They know how explosive these Generals can be with some of their specialty positions. Nieves in the shotgun. Going to hand it off to number 29, Charlton, but he's met at the line by number 30, Amari Fields. Amari's a senior, 240-pounder, only 5'10". Wayne's going to call another timeout. It's 3rd down and 7. We want to thank once again Parkview Sports Medicine, who, without their help, we could not produce and provide these games for you tonight. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of the athletic accomplishments across Northeast Indiana. Whether you're participating in organized athletics, looking for friendly competition, or waiting to stay fit, Parkview Sports Medicine's roster of physicians and experts provide a one-stop shop for surgery, rehab, sports performance, and sports nutrition. Parkview Sports Medicine. Upgrade your game at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. After timeout called by the Generals with 2:39 left and the ball at the about the midfield stripe. It's 3rd down and 9. Generals needing a big stop here to get that ball back. Nevis is going to hold it, and I don't think he's going to make it. He keeps it, and he's going to make it to about the 45, but he needed to make it to the 44 or 43. There's 2 players actually down, one for the Generals. I believe that's number 9, Darius Alexander, as well as Nieves, the quarterback for the Knights. Again, it's times like this that we really appreciate the trainers that are provided for us here by Parkview Sports Medicine. Just to recap, there's 2:25 left in the game. The Knights are up by 8, 21 to 13. It's 4th and 3. Been a tight contest this entire way. The Knights, well, it was 7-0 at the 6:41 mark of the first. Then it was 7-7, 4:05. And then Wayne went up 13-7, but missed the extra point with 2:26 in the first quarter. Then the Knights scored in the second half, or the second quarter, and went up 14-13 with 11:27 in the third. And then the Knights just scored again with 7:53, I believe, in the third quarter, and they're up 21-13 over the Wayne Generals. So the game has never been separated by more than 8 points like it is now. The officials are continuing to look at their quarterback, and appears he might have some sort of knee injury. He is standing up, and he's going to put his arms around the 2 trainers. He's not putting any weight on that leg of his, so this could be a costly loss for the Bishop Luers Knights with only 2:25 left in the game. Always sad to see an athlete get injured, especially a high school athlete. Nieves is a senior. He's not only a quarterback but a defensive back. 6'1", 205. And so with 4th and 3, new quarterback in, I believe that's number 12, Zach Robbins. Robbins is trying to draw the Generals off sides, and that was his job. And Bishop Luers is just going to call a timeout, probably send out their kicker, Peyton Howe. So good defense, or good discipline by the defense not to jump off sides, because that would have been a first down. Something that the Generals can celebrate after making some other false starts and receiving some other penalties this evening. 2 minutes left in the game. Seems like this last quarter has taken a long time. Spoiler alert, appears that Concordia has just fallen short to the Homestead Spartans, 27-26. Peyton Howe is back deep for the Generals. Kind of goes off the side of his foot, and nobody's going to get it over there. Ahmad Hill was back for the Generals. And the Generals are going to have 2 minutes. 2 minutes with the ball at their own 25-yard line to march it all the way down the field, see if they can somehow pick up a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this game. The officials are contemplating perhaps placement. I was questioning that as well. There's 2 minutes left on the clock, and the officials have asked that 1:55 be placed on the clock. There was no time that came off in that last. During that last punt. Deontay Collins-Jones, he's looking to the right. He's going to throw it over the middle and almost intercepted by number 20, Chris Edwards Jr. It's intended for Kelsaw, or Devonair Kelsaw. So it's 2nd down and 10, 1:49 now left. Generals have to score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion with just 1:49 left. He's going to run, or he's going to tuck it down. He thought about throwing it. I don't know if he's going to get out of bounds. He does, and the ball is going to be placed at the 36-yard line of the Generals. 1:38 left. Two receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. No huddle. Nice spiral, and crowd wanted they wanted a pass interference called on the Knights, but no call made, and Kelsaw comes up empty. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10. I guess the chains, they didn't change, so I guess it's 2nd and 10. Collins Jones back. Lets it fly. Oh, it's going to be intercepted by Justin Gaston. And there's going to be a flag called also on the play. Probably a little frustration on the Generals' part. They really wanted this. It came so close. Gaston has had a great game for the Knights. My memory serves me correct. That might be his second interception of the evening. So with 1:12 left in the game, the Knights are going to have the ball. Actually, there was a block below the waist against the Knights, and so they're going to bring that ball back to the 45. Once again, the Luers Knights, Nieves is out of the game with an apparent injury, and Zach Robbins, a junior, he's in as quarterback for the Knights now with 1 minute and the time running. The Knights are just going to let this clock go down. Not much the Generals can do. They're still down by 8. Definitely going to be disappointed. And number 12, Robbins, takes a knee. And that's going to be it. And as both teams will congratulate each other, and the Knights are going to claim their first victory of the season. And for Wayne, they're going to go down for the 12th time in a row. But they are definitely going in the right direction. Next week, Northrop will come to Wayne, and that's 6A Northrop will come to Wayne. I think that will be a great contest. And then Luers will return home to host number 6 Homestead, who beat Concordia. So again, excellent football games here in the SAC. So entertaining game. Obviously disappointing for the Generals, and the Knights breathe a sigh of relief. Great running for Jalen Carlton for the Knights. Hope that Nieves is okay, the quarterback for the Knights. And but again, on behalf of SummitCitySports.com, we thank you for joining us. We thank Parkview Sports Medicine for their sponsorship, as well as Sports Center. So with that, the win tonight for the Knights, I'll say good night. This is Michael Mortensen on behalf of SummitCitySports.com, and I have David Mortensen as our videographer. With that, we'll see you next week. Thanks again for tuning in. Good night. Here I am with Coach Derek Moore. Coach, tough loss. It's close. How would you summarize your thoughts in tonight's game for the Generals?
Luers came out, and it was a dogfight. We ran the ball well. They ran the ball well, and quarterbacks on either team didn't play that good. But we just gotta make plays, man. We're really, really close. And I wanted this one bad for our community and our players and our fans. And we just didn't make plays when they counted.
Yeah. Next week you have, I believe you have Northrop coming in, a 6A foe. What are your thoughts about the Bruins coming in? When will you start putting together that game plan?
We'll start working on that tonight. Gonna let this one go, try to move forward, move on, keep making progress. I thought we made steps. We did certain things better. Still have penalties that we can't make. We can't make those kind of mistakes and beat a good team like Luers, but to start with Dwenger and then Luers, 2 perennial programs, was a great test for us. We did better than we did last week, but I'm not one to preach about moral victories. I want to win. Sure. Period. And we worked hard, and game plan was great, and we've been working hard, and it's time to see the fruits of our labor.
Well, Coach, we really appreciate the direction you're taking the Wayne Generals, and I know that's not a moral victory that you celebrate, but we appreciate how what you demand out of your players, and we wish you the best the rest of the season on behalf of SummitCitySports.com.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
I watch the game.
I'm with Coach Kyle Lindsay of the victorious Bishop Luers Knights. Coach, it's always good to get that first win during the year. What are your thoughts about tonight's game?
I'm very happy with the effort, the all-around effort. Quite frankly, when we watched film last Saturday, we knew this is the type of game we were going to be in. We knew it was going to be a dogfight. Wayne's, they're a good team right now, and the scary thing is they're very young. They've got speed everywhere. They've got size. They got a coaching staff who knows what they're doing. So to beat a team like that definitely had a lot of confidence coming in after the way they played the last 3 quarters against Dwenger on their home field, It's a great feeling.
In terms of it all on the offensive, obviously Charlton, I mean, he's just an incredible beast of a runner. How would you describe his will and run tonight?
His will, you said it right there. That's kind of how he runs. He runs with a lot of heart. In fact, those 3 running backs back there run with a lot of heart. Gareth Brower, number 30, and Ty Hambright, number 32. But Jalen, being the senior and having the experience back from last year, and he does have that breakaway speed. But he's, with a guy with that frame, oftentimes they're not very tough to bring down. Jalen's a tough kid to bring down. And a lot of it is does have great balance. He's got a strong lower half, but a lot of it, like you said, is will.
And who on your defense would you like to give kudos to tonight?
I thought the entire defense played well after the start. When a team comes out at home and drives right down the field and scores, and then they make a big play on the very next drive, it's hard to rebound. If I had to think about or name one kid, holy cow, I'd say Contrez Jordan, number 7. He gave up one over the top, and we'll look at film. Maybe it was somebody else, but it was right over his head. Yeah. A lot of kids hang their head and aren't ready to go the next snap. He came back the very next series, made a huge pick on a very similar pass. So he showed a lot of adversity. I thought our kids overall showed a lot of character tonight. Yeah.
One last question. Next week, first-time Homestead comes to Luers Field. What are your thoughts?
We're excited. It's a great program. They kind of put it to us last year. We know that they're going to bring a lot of size. They're going to bring speed. They're going to bring fundamental play, aggression. They're going to bring it to Luers Field. So we get a chance to get our first win at Luers Field and be special to beat them at home.
Well, Coach, I know you got to meet the bus, but I thank you again for the extra time you've taken. Thanks again on behalf of SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks.